Conscious capitalism is a different way of thinking about business and capitalism that reflects the human nature of these endeavors, recognizing that we need to bring a higher purpose, stakeholder orientation, conscious leadership, and conscious culture to everything that we do.
It's kind of like losing your virginity. You can only do it one time. Wow. Thanks.
Downtown Dallas.
I lived here. It's my old ground.
Just left Neiman Marcus meeting with a high-level executive there that had a lot to share about digital marketing and all kinds of cool stuff. Tonight we got a front line in Dallas. Front line! This is where we go and we spend time on the front lines. Gonna go work in the store this evening with the teams, do a little training, do a little pump-up session, and then it's on to Austin for the Conscious Capitalism Summit. Jack, President and COO of Lovesac, where are we?
We are in Stonebriar, looking at a nice looking blade sign.
Then you know that we've been cooking this new concept retail design for really the last couple years, and we're less than a dozen stores in. A few of them are remodels like this one, just a handful of stores that we've remodeled in place. More of them are brand new stores that we've opened in brand new malls. But the really exciting thing is that they're working. In fact, the new concept Lovesac store that features the video in the windows and also the blown up Sactionals right there in the window have just been crushing it. When we remodel a store in place like this one, we will see as much as a 50% lift in the sales of this store just from doing the remodel. So the manager will stay the same, the location will stay the same, and of course the design of the store. And it's not so much about the wood and the teal, the actual design of the store. I mean, all that is of course fantastic and very much an upgrade. It's really more about the business model behind it. So for many years, we were studying the best practices of a Crate and Barrel, a Pottery Barn, a West Elm, and we had rugs and lamps and bowls and baskets and decorative accessories. And now we pared it down to really just selling our couch that is the only couch that can come in a box, our only couch that can be delivered via FedEx in that way. We believe we are the disruptive solution for couches in a furniture category that is pretty old and stale. And we're presenting the business that way. So it's much more like a Tesla store than it is a Pottery Barn.
Better than Pottery Barn.
Oh, nice. You've now witnessed and you know, really helped bring about the whole new Lovesac showroom concept. What is your biggest takeaway from it all?
We're winning. So we'll be in more. We'll be in Texas and North Park in the next 5 years. We'll be down on Knox Henderson, and who knows where we'll be.
That's right. In fact, if there's a really awesome center near you, or even street location, we're working towards those as well. Hit us up, let us know, comment on the vlog. We'll make it happen. What is the magic behind finding the right location? And I don't mean the real estate strategy. We have a real estate strategy that has us looking only at certain centers, certain demographics, certain performance of the center. But I'm talking about we visit every single center that we consider, right? We go walk it, we show up. What do we look for?
We look for the right traffic, the right co-tenants, because the right co-tenants create the right customer mix.
What's a co-tenant?
A co-tenant is someone else who has a store. So a co-tenant could be a Pottery Barn, a co-tenant could be a Starbucks, but the right mix creates the right mix of people. So you can imagine if you're in one area of the mall that caters to a kind of person that's not exactly our customer, it could ruin our business.
Yeah, and of course,
it's a great mall.
We could see the co-tenants on a map of the mall, but we like to come here, walk it, get a vibe for the center.
There's also traffic patterns you could never see on paper that occur.
Yeah, like right now it's a Monday at 7 p.m. and this is like a back entrance, and just like any center we'd want to be in, it's a full parking lot.
Yeah.
Even on some random Monday evening in October. All right, Jack had to run to the airport, off to Austin, and I came back 9 till midnight, a little frontline training action. Here we go. Hi! Let me in! Oh, this is what Lovesac is made of. Chris?
Yeah.
How long you been at Lovesac?
About 2 months.
All right.
Kim from Dallas, 2 years.
2 years.
Barbara Stoneberg, over 5 years now.
5 years.
Diana, 3. Shirley, starting 4.
Yes, these are the people I love the most. Shh, HQ. And we're off. It is exactly midnight. I'm leaving Dallas for a 3.5-hour drive to Austin, where we will have the Conscious Capitalism Summit featuring Lovesac all over the place, of course. We don't roll anywhere without rolling deep with Lovesac. Long day in Dallas, long night tonight. I should pull in around 4 a.m. to Austin, and this Conscious Capitalism Summit better be awesome, because it's gonna be a long week otherwise. Checking in. Julie, producer of the whole thing.
Welcome. So glad
How
to
long
have
have
you
you
here.
been working on this year's event?
For about a year.
Since last year's event,
Since
right?
last year's event.
Very cool. So how long have you been with Conscious Capitalism?
About 10 years.
10 years. So what's your favorite part about this year's event, Julie?
My favorite part is always the community, always. We do an amazing job curating great content, but I think even if I never put a single person on stage and just sort of got the right people in the room to connect and have conversation with each other, that's really where the magic happens.
Present company excluded, of course, you know.
not
They
at
just
all.
wanted me for my love sacks. Look at this, check this out. Philosophy Designed for Life. Nancy says hello.
Hello!
Mom from Wisconsin. Hockey mom. Hockey mom. And get this. So wait, tell your story. You were out in
Portland, Maine
for a hockey trip.
for a hockey trip, and my son takes me to the mall to the Lovesac
Drags
shop.
her into the Lovesac
Drags me into the
store.
Lovesac store.
Demands a Lovesac.
Sat in it, loved it, and getting a Lovesac.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I
really.
wonder if he knows that yet. All right, John Mackey, hero of mine and really co-author of the book and founder, CEO of Whole Foods. All right, one piece of advice for a CEO who might go public.
It's kind of like losing your virginity. You can only do it one time. And so enjoy it. I mean, honestly, it's an adventure and it can be a very fun one. I enjoyed our IPO process a lot, and make sure you smell some of the roses while you're doing it.
Good piece of advice. Play along the way, that's what I always say. John
Play
Mackey.
along the way,
John
exactly.
Mackey, wow. Big idol of mine, so I'm a huge book reader. My company has a library full of your books.
Good.
Dan
I
Pink,
need that.
Dan Pink coming out with a new book called When.
Yes.
One snippet from When. Give me like one of your cool little research points.
Okay, so the book is about the science of timing. We tend to think that timing is an art. It's actually a science. There's this rich body of science that I harvest to show how to make systematically better when decisions. As I talked about in there just moments ago.
Yeah, I got some video
Just
of that.
moments ago, always give the bad news first. If you have good news and bad news, always give the bad news first, especially to Tom Gardner.
Especially to the Motley Fool.
And you'll have endings. You want endings that elevate rather than endings that bring people down.
Happy endings.
Yep.
Bad news first.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Okay.
Dan Pink. Thanks.
All right.
All right, standing here with my turkey and Alexander,
Hi.
CEO of Conscious Capitalism, the organization.
As of 3 months ago.
As of 3 months ago. All right, Alexander, so for young aspiring entrepreneurs out there, what is Conscious Capitalism? Go.
Conscious capitalism is a different way of thinking about business and capitalism that reflects the human nature of these endeavors, recognizing that we need to bring a higher purpose, stakeholder orientation, conscious leadership, and conscious culture to everything that we do.
There you go. On my way out of Austin, headed home, the Conscious Capitalism Summit was inspiring. Conscious capitalism, in a nutshell, is all about promoting the idea that you don't have to be a jerk to be in business. You don't have to be unscrupulous to drive profit. And probably at the core of conscious capitalism is this idea of stakeholder equities. Get to be exposed to thought leaders like Dan Pink. All of his books are at the Lovesac library at HQ. We read them, we strategize around them. Thought leaders like John Mackey, the founder of Whole Foods, who's really a co-author of the book Conscious Capitalism and has promoted the concept tremendously in his own actions and in the way that he's built Whole Foods, which was recently acquired by Amazon. For Lovesac, one of the most obvious ties and embodiments of conscious capitalism is our stance on design for life. So design for life is our design philosophy. It's on the walls of each of our stores. We believe in building products that are built to last a lifetime and designed to evolve. And those two things are unique to Lovesac. There are plenty of things that are built to last a lifetime. Not enough things, but there are plenty. And we're very proud of this design philosophy. I believe it's a very conscious approach to building things that are conscious of the environment. And you know, we intend to go further and employ conscious capitalism, which is one of our aspirational values. That means it's one of our, not one of our core values, it's one of the values that we aspire to live up to, and employ this idea of conscious capitalism and stakeholder equity in everything that we do going forward. And Design for Life is just one of those elements, but the way that we treat our employees, the way that the programs that we build to benefit them, our vendors, our relationships with our vendors, and everyone at HQ. And it really is a huge undertaking, and it's kind of a lifetime mission. It's not something you just achieve. It's something that affects every decision you make as a business leader.